tree. Girl, you try to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying. Girl, I don't guess I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. I'm born to howl at the moon. You know I need me some room. Chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl. Hell no, it ain't you, girl. Yeah, I've heard it before, and I know that it hurts. Girl, that's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends. Me running.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar. It happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
Play fake. Now it's Purdy. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. To the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards for the touchdown. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olson back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Here comes a return from the 5.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badgers, Jonathan Taylor. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now Darnold. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
In motion, it's Waddle. Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
That's taken at about the 14. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back. 83 yards. It is a touchdown. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Condors will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And remember, his first return was taken back for a touchdown. This is taken at the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Darnold. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards.
And that is how you make your presence felt as a rookie, Mike. I mean, their fan base was already excited about this guy's potential, and plays like that, it's only going to increase the hype.
Yo, lady. Cut. Yo, lady.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues.
Yo, lady. Yo, lady. What's up?
Darnold now to throw. He's got a man downfield, that's Johnston. And he's in! Quentin Johnston, touchdown Denver.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Darnold. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to put this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big play here in the big game. An even 40 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That is caught at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Henry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
So we've played a quarter here in Super Bowl 61. Our score is 14-8. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Third and goal.
Get set, get set. Ready, team, watch out. Start.
And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Dublin. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Condors add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
We're going to start.
Darnold to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Go start. Face up.
Darnold to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Hey, ready? No waiting. Face up.
Pistol snap back to Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism.
To the end zone. It's intercepted.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 16 yards on the game and a quick first down.
16 yards.
So from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Cut.
Motion man is Johnston. Darnold to throw on 1st down. That is caught aside by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Now he'll air one out. That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Condors will take over here just shy of the 30.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
First and 10. Purdy. That's to the right side and incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you. And all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On second down, Purdy. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans.
10 yards to go.
Third down coming up.
Teams practice this every single day. It's just scramble drill, and there's just basic rules once the quarterback breaks contain. If you're deep, work back to the quarterback. If you're short, go deep. And just make sure everybody works their way in phase in the same direction as the quarterback.
On third down, it's Purdy taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Here's Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's a pickup of 33. The defense bewildered. A rough start to this drive. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second and
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Taylor. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing on third down is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
They'll go play action. Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
Get set, get set.
We'll get this out wide. Second reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Get set, get set.
3rd down. Purdy taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. Set up his guys with great field position, a huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
This is part 2. And he'll take it on in. Isaac to Sloan. Touchdown, Broncos.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now will get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is knocked away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran about the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic.
They'll go play action with Purdy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. They'll start out on the ground with Henry.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
It's complete to Evans. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
14 yards.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
47-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Buster Brown is there on the stop.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
5. 2nd and 5. Going to go right back to Henry.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Now, wait a minute. It's only 3rd down, but the field goal unit's coming on the field. Now, this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker. And the Broncos are going to take over just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
They'll run on first down with Taylor. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. To the goal line and in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Condor. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. And the Condors have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Broncos 14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Oh, this ball's going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40. Give up the middle to Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Broncos.
And the Broncos 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. Space to run inside the 20. And he will score. Game on. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Throwing, Darnold. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Get set. Up.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
On the pickup.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
Yellow.
Purdy now on second down. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Down the sideline. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Dublin. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Broncos 22.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard
Ready. Here we go, son. Hey, son.
Now it's Taylor. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Pistol snap back to Darnold. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play here in the big game. A gain of 57 yards.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch. At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Here's 2nd and 6. Darnold. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. but I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be another turnover. As this defense does it again. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 31 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Start.
Now Purdy. Flush to his right. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. And now we get a timeout by the defense. Clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
That's up. Yellow.
To throw, it's Purdy. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Samerstill.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
Darnold to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Snap on second and long.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. One could be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. Darnold to throw again. And he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw again is Darnold. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And that will be a first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Going up top. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
Darnold to throw on second down. He's going to try it here again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. They'll go play action with Darnold. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Oh, costly sack. Can't have that here. We'll have to use a timeout, and barring a defensive penalty, we're down to 1 play in this one. Here we go. One final play. Sending it deep for Waddle. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And this franchise has done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So the impossible dream has come true. 17 regular season games without a loss. 2 more in the playoffs. And now, Greg, win number 20 on the year here in the Super Bowl to cap off an immaculate season.
And I think at this point, even the guys down there in Miami have no choice but to tip their cap. I mean, think about what this team was able to accomplish, Mike. To go an entire NFL season long without one off week, one single misstep all season long. I'm not sure if we can plan on seeing another perfect season ever again. So to be here and witness history, all we can do is enjoy it.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium, making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. They are your Super Bowl 61 champions.